It is that time of the month. Welcome to or back to the channel. I am Mars. This is the Starlit Library, and it is fucking August. My birthday is in a week. What? I don't like that. Honestly, I'm not ready for that. I don't like the really fast passage of time, but there's no way I can stop it, at least not now with today's technologies. So we just have to roll with it. And today we are going to pick out my August TBR with my trusty new little TBR game that I made that is inspired by Cranium. Didn't see last month's TBR was the first time that I played this, so I have a lot more of a detailed description in that video. If you want to go ahead, I will link it and you can watch that to get a better understanding of the rules, but it's kind of straightforward and I'll explain things as I go. So let's go ahead and get to the gameplay because I'm so excited to play this game again. It is so much fun and I just can't wait to see what I will get. This is the board that I created. I will start over here, make my way around until I get back to it. Last time, I also have this kind of shortcut that last time I said that if I read like at least half of my last month's TBR, I could take the shortcut. I don't know if I'm going to do that. And these are the prompt cards that correspond to the different colors. There is purple circles that correspond to the brain games, which is kind of like a creative prompt that I would do along with the book that is picked for the color prompt. There are these symbols. This means I need to pick a book by an author of color. This is to pick a book by a female or non-binary author. And this is to pick a queer book or queer author. These are prompts that correspond mostly to the cover, these to the plot, mostly, these to the fuck does this correspond to? The title. These to kind of like the format, publishing, etc. These are the creative prompts, and then these are like self-care prompts that I will pick up every time I land on the pink spots. And yeah, you don't have to worry about the things in the corners. These are kind of just trackers for how many of the 26 and 2026 books I read and how that corresponds to kind of like a monetary gain in how much I can spend on books that I want to buy. Though I have way surpassed that because I did not start tracking that until like now. These are the cards that I picked up for the first, my first round, and I'm not really going to go over those right now. I'm just going to keep those on the side and not put those back because I want the ability to pick up more prompts. So yeah, let's just say that I'm not doing too hot on my TBR, but I am having a good time. I'm going to use this little guy, little penguin, for my avatar, and a D10 in my trusty little whale dice bag. This one, yes. And let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna do it here. It's an 8. Okay. Okay, this is a multi-leveled one. This is a yellow prompt, female author, and a brain game. So I already shuffled these extensively, so ooh, fuck yeah, try a horror trope / subgenre you're not sure you'll like. Okay, I literally just said that I want to be reading more horror. So horror by a female author and brain game, oh fuck yeah, where I create a zine about this book, which can include reviews, characters, world building, etc. I'm actually so fucking excited about that. And it would be really interesting to like create a review because it's like a subgenre I'm not really sure that I'll like. So I'm actually so fucking excited about that. Okay, let's go. 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another yellow prompt. Features games, trials, or competitions. Fun. 9. 1. When I pass by all of the pink ones, I pick up a self-care prompt. Morning yoga. Okay, this would be really good. I really need to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, a red prompt by a female or non-binary author. Oh, fuck. Random emoji generator. Fuck. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, these are all yellow prompts. Okay. Club Cafe. Paint your nails. Fun. So another yellow. Oh, Dark Academia. Ooh. I watched a documentary inspired by this book. It really depends on what the book is about. But that could be interesting. 2. 1, 2. Another red one. Circle. Just has a circle on the cover. 1. Okay, so this is where I roll a d4, and then I can either get nightmare prompt, mood read, series, or tarot card, which is something that I implemented for my first TBR game. So a d4. A 3 corresponds to series. It's another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness. It is literally all the same. I swear these were randomized. It looks like there's a lot of the yellow with purple, but I did randomize it. Oh, fuck yes. I love this. Okay. Choose a book based on the lyrics of the last song you listened to. I have no idea what that's going to be. And then watercolor, something inspired by this book. That's going to be fun. I think I was listening to my gay playlist earlier, so that could be interesting. Okay, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is blue and has to be by a BIPOC author. Ooh, author's most recent release. Okay, this could be the last roll. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, that's so perfect. Oh wait, I forgot to pick up this Club Cafe card, so I pick up 2. Go to a concert/live music event. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen because I just went to a concert and I can't really afford anymore. Try gratitude journaling in the morning. I don't know if this is for me, but I can try. No promises, but I can try. I just filmed an almost 30-minute clip of me picking the books, and it just did not save on my computer. So here we are again. I'm getting real fucking sick and tired of these technical difficulties, but let me try that again. The time of deliberation is upon us. Okay, let's go over the prompts and the books that I hope to read in August. The first prompt I got was to try a horror trope / subgenre you're not sure you like. And then I have a creative prompt to create a zine based on this book. So I'm super excited about this creative prompt. I love zines and I really want to make more. I have made one all about Beatles. my favorite fucking insect, and it was a lot of fucking fun. So I'd love to create more. I haven't really read a lot of horror, which means I have quite a wide range of like all of the genres to pick from, because I just don't know what I really like. So for this, I found I have like 4 options, which I'm like equally excited for all of them actually. So this will be more of like a mood reading choice, but the options I have: Smother Moss, Grey Dog, Sister Maiden Monster, and Curdle Creek. All of these sound super fucking interesting, and for the most part, I think the first 2 deal with a kind of like eldritch horror, or something that's alive that maybe shouldn't be, or tweaking with people's fates and is just like a bigger entity that, I don't know, kills people or something. So the first one is set in the Appalachian Mountains, and the second one deals with like female rage. And I haven't really read, again, like because I haven't really read a lot of horror, all of these kind of count as things that I'm not really sure that I'll like, but they sound interesting enough to me that I want to try and read them. And then Sister Maiden Monster is more of like a post-apocalyptic one, I believe, following 3 different women, and they're got kind of weird powers or something, which just sounds super fucking cool. Curdle Creek is kind of like a kindred story where there's this woman in a rural, all-black town in America, and then she kind of gets sent through different like timelines, and I think is trying to make her way back home, and it deals with like motherhood and things that you inherit and your ancestry, and all of them sound really good. And so I think I'll see what's available on my Libby and taste test them, see what I'm interested in. I feel like all of them are like on the same kind of level of intrigue for me. The second prompt is a book featuring games, trials, or competitions, and I think the obvious answer for this would be for me to pick up the second Dungeon Crawler Carl book. I might see maybe if Bo wants to buddy read that with me again, or what I did find on my shelves, which I'm not entirely sure if this counts, but what I'm really interested in reading is The Curse of the Spectre Queen by Jenny Elder Moak. And I'm not entirely sure if this has like trials and competitions, but it is like a mystery adventure. So she will be going through trials and tribulations. Is that the same as trials and competitions? Not really, but like I think I just have to read to find out, because I forgot that I wanted this to be on my summer TBR. And as this is apparently the last fucking month of summer, I think it would be fun for me to pick up, because this is very anticipated. I got this many years ago, and it's just been sitting on my shelves. And it sounds like Indiana Jones meets the Raven Boys, so very excited. The next prompt is to do a random emoji generator. And because I already filmed this before, I already did that. And the emoji that I got was indeed a popcorn emoji. I don't know if you want to see. Did I pick something for this? I didn't even fucking pick something for this. So maybe I could just regenerate it for you to see the fun of it. Because for this, it's like a popcorn read is something that is very fast to get through, very easy. You kind of just want to turn off your brain and do nothing but like fucking consume the book. And for me, I think I said actually Gideon the Ninth. That's what it was, because I still haven't finished that. It got returned to my library, but I'd like to finish that, and that was definitely a popcorn read for me. I don't know if maybe I'll finish that this month, or if my hold will be available in August. We'll see. But just for the fun of you and me, let's randomize this again so I can actually pick something else for you. Ooh, a moon. Is that waning or waxing? I never remember. A moon. A sci-fi? A sci-fi? Does this mean sci-fi? Oh, I've really been dying to pick up more sci-fi, actually. I completely forgot that in March I started reading Moonflow by Bitter Corella, and I still haven't finished that, actually. I kind of softy enough that because I got distracted by other books. So I'm going to put that for this prompt, and hopefully actually finish that book because it was interesting. I was still kind of in the calm before the storm, so I'm hoping to see what the storm brings with this book. So the next reading prompt is a dark academia, and that goes along with a creative prompt of watching a documentary inspired by this book. So I started reading a book yesterday night that I found as I was looking through my horror bingo and what my progress is on horror bingo. One of the books that I have is called Night Film by Marisha Pessel, and I was just like seeing if I was actually really interested in reading that or not, and I saw that she has another book titled Special Topics in Calamity Physics. And if that isn't like one of the coolest fucking titles, I don't know what is. So I just started, I read a little sample of that, and then I kept on reading and I kept on reading. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to keep on reading it because sometimes when I sample books, and even though I'm like interested in it and I'm like reading through the sample, I'll just like put it back and then like forget about it. So I'm going to try and not do that this time because it was actually interesting and it definitely counts for this prompt. And it gets compared to Nabokov meets Donna Tartt. And if Donna Tartt isn't dark academia, then fucking nobody is. So from what the synopsis says, this is a girl who ends up in a private university, I believe, and then she meets these very eccentric group of people called the Blue Bloods. And then there's something to do with a death of a friend that haunts her, and then I think she is also trying to figure out some murder mystery. This is categorized as like thriller and suspense, and I think those fit beautifully within the academic world, so that's my pick for this. Next prompt is circle. Circle. And you know what has a circle on it? Circle. That's right, baby. I'm gonna keep the tradition going, and I'm gonna start reading this on my birthday again this year. So that's that. That's it. I'm fucking excited. Me and my dad established that I need to read this as soon as possible, and then we are gonna together buddy read the third book together, which I'm super excited. I feel like that will be a hoot and a half. The next prompt is to read the next in a series, and I haven't specifically picked up anything for this, but I am thinking that I'd like to continue in my series of manga and graphic novels. So one of the priorities is Bitterroot. There's only 3 volumes. I only have the third one left to read, and it's super cool. It's set in Harlem Renaissance, during the Harlem Renaissance, but in a fantastical world where there are like monsters, which is an allegory for racists, and this family who has like an ancestral line of kind of defeating the monsters, and it's really fucking good. And I only have 1 volume left, so I'm gonna finish that and maybe pick up some other manga. I have Full Metal Alchemist I'd like to read. I'd also love to continue with Rat Queens. That was a lot of fun. Next prompt is to choose a book based on the lyrics of the last song you listened to, and do a creative prompt of watercoloring something inspired by this book. So I yesterday was listening to my For the Gays playlist, and the last song was Scott Street by Phoebe Bridgers. I don't really listen to this type of music very often, but yesterday I was really like feeling a different vibe and want to expand my musical horizons. So I was looking through the lyrics. And this is giving very much a coming of age vibe, because it says, I asked you, how's your sister? I heard she got her degree. And I said, that makes me feel old. You said, what does that make me? I asked you, how is playing drums? You said, it's too much shit to carry. And what about the band? You said, they're all getting married. Spending money, and I earned it. When I'm lonely, that's when I'll burn it. So it's very much like feeling lonely, coming of age, and kind of realizing that all of your friends are getting married, things are changing, people are graduating, and still kind of feeling lonely and drinking your shower beer and wasting your money and seeing the world evolve and pass by way too fucking quickly. And yeah, I'm feeling that hard. So at first what I thought was that an Emily Austin book would fit well with this, But then I was looking at the synopsis of them, and they don't really fit the vibes based off of the plot. So after some browsing, what I did find are two contenders. One of them I think fits maybe a bit better than the other one. This one is called Mary Jane by Jessica Anya Blau. And this is a coming of age of a 14-year-old in 1970s Baltimore. 14? Yikes, actually. And then she ends up nannying for a family that are secretly hiding a famous rock star and his movie star wife for the summer. So I like the fact that in the song it says how is playing the drums and what about the band. So for this book dealing with like a rock star and getting like a first-hand account of seeing what someone's like life in rock and roll is, then I think that kind of fits pretty well. And coming of age, like she's nannying, maybe doing like her first job or something, and not really knowing what she wants to be when she grows up or whatever. And the fact that this is set in the summer also, I feel like this kind of fits pretty well in the literary fiction vibe that I'm looking for, that I think really fits this song. But other than that, I didn't spend too long searching, but another one that sounds pretty interesting and kind of like it could fit this song is Still Life by Catherine Packard Burke. Everything in Edith's life is approaching disaster. Her writing career is stagnant, her love life is a mess, her ex Tessa is marrying a man, her teeth are rotting in her skull, and her best friend Val is dead. So there's a lot of like messiness going on in this, and infused with pop culture, cigarettes, and Sondheim, Catherine Packard Burt traces the lives of three women, trans and cis, here and gone, to craft a tableau of modern womanhood. So I think that really fits the kind of coming of age vibe that I'm looking for, and the fact that it's queer, deals with trans characters, I think fits because Phoebe Bridgers is known to be a queer icon. I don't know if she's queer. She is, right? Right? She's a queer icon. So those two options, I think it would be really nice to read Still Life, or like something within that realm of a queer coming of age, where you're just like dealing with the unraveling of the slow days of everyday life, but also the days are going by too fast and you're just trying to figure shit out. If you have recommendations like that, please let me know, because those vibes sound heartbreaking, but kind of incredible. And I would love to read more like that. Finally, the last prompt that I got is read an author's most recent release, and this has to be by BIPOC author. So I'm not too up to date with new releases. Is it raining? Sorry. I'm not up to date with like new releases, really. So this took a while for me to find something that I actually really want to read, because I was thinking The Buffalo Hunter, but the lines are way too long to wait for it through my library. So instead, what I am very interested in reading is, there is a book I found called Toward Eternity by Anton Hur, and this is translated from Korean and is like a biotechnology sci-fi where like cancer cells are instead replaced with like little robots or androids, which basically makes those cells like immortal. And this deals with kind of like questions of intelligence and mortality and the consequences of biotechnology and the future, and etc. So that sounds really interesting. Another one that I'm very interested in is Reprieve by James Han Matson. And this author is also Korean, and this is on my horror bingo. It's been on my TBR for a while, and it's like an escape room where someone ends up killing someone, and all these people are trapped, and it's giving Saw vibes, and I fucking love Saw. But this is also very big on social commentary, so it deals with talking about racism and capitalism and homophobia, and all of those really interesting conversations that I love to have. So I think this might be my like more immediate priority pick. And this does happen to be like the author's kind of only publication. I think they only have one other story published before that, but it was published in 2021 But because he didn't publish anything after that, this is still his most recent release, so I'm counting that. That is it for the book prompts. And then, of course, the self-care prompts I have that I hope to complete throughout the month is to do morning yoga, paint my nails, go to a concert or live music event, which I don't know what there might be around town, because this month I did end up seeing My Chemical fucking Romance in concert, and that was a lot of money. So I don't really know if I can afford anything else at this moment, or what there will be in this town. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. And the final one is to try gratitude journaling in the morning, which never done that before. Not really that type of person, but maybe I can shift my morning ritual. And I don't really have a morning ritual, but I'd like to find a morning ritual. So maybe that can help make good vibes in my mornings. And that is it, folks. I hope you enjoyed watching. Leave a like if you like this video. If you would like to leave a comment, please let me know what you are most anticipating reading in August. Or if you don't want to say anything, you can just leave a birthday cake emoji for my birthday month. And if you would like to come back, see some more videos from me, see how I'm doing on this journey, catch some reviews, which I've mostly been doing on shorts instead of long form content. But we'll see. I'm still trying to work things out on my channel. Anyways, subscribe. It really helps out a small content creator like me. And I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you are reading amazing books and that you have the most amazing day ever. Bye!